Okay, so I haven't done a video in a little while now, just to get an update of what's been going on. So I had one court date. The judge asked if I submitted her with the documentation that was my defense, and it was submitted, but she claims that she didn't receive it in time. Who knows? She probably didn't. I'll give her benefit of the doubt. So that court date was continued up until Monday that just passed. And at that court date, the judge decided to send her for trial, but aside of that trial date, he adjusted the visitation to where I'm allowed Tuesday, Wednesday, and every other weekend based off the time with my daughters. And she put in a exemption in there where Monday, Tuesday he has to be back at her house by 7 o'clock. I don't get off work until 6. I close up shop at 6 o'clock. So that leaves me an hour of visitation with him, which kind of goes against actual visitation time because I have to leave the shop at 6, get to the house by 6:45 because there's traffic. That leaves me all of 15 minutes to go up and say hi and leave. So that didn't quite work out. So I asked her, is it possible for me to just pick him up and let him spend the night and I'll drop him off at school in the morning? That's what we're working on currently, but overall it's still a depressing situation that I'm forced to go against to a false police report, restraining order, a bunch of false statements and assaults that supposedly occurred, which never did. One true statement in the report was I turned off their power on the 31st, and that was only because I was ringing their doorbell and didn't think it was working, so I shut off their power to get their attention to come outside and speak to me about an agreement that we had in place, which stated that Landon would be with me on that day, other than church. She didn't agree with that, so she took him and kept him from me and then filed a restraining order and threatened, it was said that I threatened to kill her and kill Landon, and that's completely out of my character. I've raised 2 daughters, and I'm, I'd say, a good father when it comes to my kids. I mean, I don't have a bunch of money, but I do my best to give them what they need and provide for them. They don't go without necessities in life. They have everything that they need as far as a necessity. When it comes to the luxuries, yes, we might pick and choose of what luxuries we can have, but as far as the necessities of life, I feel like I'm doing pretty good being a single father, purchased my own house. Everything is solely on my shoulders, and it's a demand for me to go to work and provide because I do have kids. I don't have the luxury of just sitting at home and living off of someone else and collecting from someone else. So therefore, that work time is mandatory. I don't have another support system. Um, but yeah, so just an update. It just sucks for if anybody gets into this situation where it's like you have to prove your innocence over false statements, and it's like it's kind of hard because who really goes around recording their daily activities when there's no negative intent involved? Like there's no interaction. So you would have to be crazy to track your own records. That would make you go psychotic if you have to watch every little thing you do. And that's just unhealthy. I mean, I can't live my life that way. I have things to do in life outside of her. Like I'm moved past her. I'm not concerned with her. My concern is my son. The only issue I had was her taking my son. So I mean, I don't know what to say or do, but just hope and pray that no one else ends up in this situation, have to prove their innocence over a false restraining order. Still in the process now, but it's just a daily drain. I mean, it's a drain every single day of knowing that your life or your whole persona or vision of yourself as a man, as a father, is being shaded on with lies. when all you want to do is be the dad. For example, my son's interaction with me at the shop, he loves it. He's safe. He knows procedure in the shop. I make sure he's safe. But because that's positive interaction between me and him, she goes against it, most likely to keep him away from the shop, a place that he enjoys. All because it's a bond with me. And it's sad where you can't even be the father. I never had thoughts that I wouldn't be able to bring my kids up in the shop if I was ever able to be in that position where I have the opportunity to do that. And now here it is. I have that opportunity and I can't even do it. So it's a messed up situation, but all we can do is go with what's going and stay positive in it. So we'll see. Story goes on.